The cell update binding enables you to easily make one or more cells inside of a dataset dynamic. This is useful for components such as a linear scale or the EasyChart since they store configuration information inside of those datasets. So here, for example, I have a linear scale on my window. I can right-click on the component and go to Customizers, Scale Indicators to add one or more indicators. As you can see, I have two right now, low and high. The low is at a value of 15 and the high is at a value of 85. I can certainly add another indicator like an arrow, and I can put the arrow at value 65 here. As soon as I press OK, I can see all the indicators. And all these indicators are actually stored inside of a property over here called indicators. It's a data set. If I look inside a data set, I can see that there are 3 rows for each of the different indicators. And the actual values are inside of this data set. It is possible to bind each individual value to a tag or to a property on the screen. We can do this by binding the indicator's data set to a cell update binding. The cell update binding only exists for data sets. As you can see here at the top, we're going to see what the data set looks like right now. So here I can see all 3 of my indicators. Each one of these I can actually bind to a tag or to a property individually. So I click on 15, I can press the plus icon down the bottom right to add it to the cell bindings. So basically at row 0 for column value, I'm going to link that to whatever the value I have over here. So I can actually click on that row and link it to a property or to a tag. Let's say we're going to go to a tag. So here in a tag, I'm going to expand it. I'm going to basically say this is my low set point. I'm going to do the same thing for the 85. This is my high set point. Click on 85, press the plus icon to add it down below, click on that row, and then link it to a tag. This time I'm going to select the high set point. And lastly, the arrow. I'm going to click on 65, add it down below, click on that row, and go ahead and link it to a tag, selecting the arrow value. So essentially, we can link one or more cells to properties or to tags, making them all dynamic. As soon as I press OK, I'll see these values come through on my linear scale. As you can see, the arrow is actually changing for us automatically since the tag value is changing. If I go over here to my tag and change my low set point to a value of 25, you're going to see the green line jump up. Same thing with the high set point. If I set it to a value of 60, I'm going to see it jump down. So it's very easy to modify or to link these values inside of a data set to a tag or to a property.